Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Remi. Thanks for tuning in. On my channel I discuss on faith, lifestyle and development. So if you're interested in any of those things, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about some things that I've learned in my 30 years of living. So for those who don't know, I just turned 30. I was, to be honest, this topic, the title for this video, I wasn't sure if I should say, okay, 20 things I learned in my 20s, or things I learned in my 20s, or, everything I've learned in my 30 years. So I'm just like, okay, you know what, let me just do some things, because I can never finish talking about everything I've learned in 30 years, but some things I've learned in my 30 years of living. So that's what I'm going to be talking about for this video. And I cracked my brain, y'all, because there were just so many things. I didn't even know where to begin. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to pick some things and share with you guys. So this is going to be, I'm probably going to share about 14 things, maybe. I'm probably insert some bonus points in there. But maybe roughly 14 things I'll be sharing with you guys, in this video. And this is going to be like a heart-to-heart conversation, right? Yeah, heart to heart. But so let's dive right in. First thing, and this is not in any order per se, but on death, right? On death. I was exposed to death of a loved one at a very young age. So when I was 10 years old, my granddad died, and he was my favorite human being. I loved him. He spoilt me. When I was 10, he passed on. And that was an early age, because you're like, you're 10. You people that you love are supposed to live forever. No. I remember he was sick, and he was starting to get better, because I think I remember the night before my grandma went to see him in the hospital, and she said he was actually responding to treatment, blah, blah, blah. And then the next morning he died. So I still don't understand it, but that was a loss for me at a young age of 10, and I had to deal with that, at a young age. People move on, I understand that, but the memories will forever be in our hearts. My grandfather's memory will forever be in my heart. I love him. I still think about him. Some of the lessons that I've learned from him, I still, put into practice in my daily life in 2020. So, yeah. And, some of the things that taught me was that life is short. Live your best life. Life is short, so just make sure that you live your best life. Enjoy your life. Make impact. Live out your purpose, but life is short. So appreciate life. That you're alive is a blessing. Appreciate it. But just know that life is short, and, do what you can while you can. Another lesson that taught me was that, appreciate your loved ones, invest in your relationships. When you pass on, your trophies are not going to come pay you your last respect. People will come and pay you last respect. So you need to invest in your relationships, nurture your relationships, appreciate the people that God has blessed you with, and, just really, really enjoy life and live your best life. So that's on death, right? I know that's an interesting way to start. Like I said, this is not in any particular order. It was just me thinking 30 years, what have I learned? So that's on death. Like I said, I wrote in here, life, treasure it. Live your best life, because life is way too short. Second thing I learned on health and lifestyle is when you're younger, you can get away with so many things, whether it's something that you eat or whatever. But when you get older, it's real. I remember when I turned 25. Oh my God. Funny funny thing is, somebody was telling me that when I was 24 and I was about to turn 25, somebody said, the moment you turn 25, like your body just has, just like, and I'm just like, yeah, what's that? Yeah, not me. When I turned 25, guys, I noticed it in my body. Like, and now that I'm 30, it's like, whoa. Slow down. But a lot of things that you can get away with when you're younger, you can't necessarily get away with that when you're older. You gotta watch what you eat when you're older, because your metabolism is not as when you were younger. So you just gotta be careful and pay more attention to your health. You should always do that from a young age. You don't wait until you're older. But when you're older, you get to be more aware of it and be more cautious. Be like, okay, I gotta watch out. I gotta watch out. So the third thing I'm going to talk about is time. Time waits for no one. It literally keeps ticking. So if you have a goal, if you have an idea, start now. Start now. I came to this country, and I came to America when I was 15. Boom, 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 school. Boom, boom, grad school, work. Life is always moving. You can't afford to waste time. You can't afford to waste time, because if you waste time, people that you were mates, they will have left you behind. So, time, use your time properly, use your time wisely. Time is money, guys. Literally, use your time wisely. It's very important. You don't want to look back and say, oh, I wish I did this, 5 years ago. I wish I started this, 2 years ago, or whatever. Use your time wisely. It waits for no one. Then on struggles and provision. Yo, guys, I learned about struggles. I think I want to do a totally different video about this. But growing up, I was chilling. When I grew up in Nigeria, I was living my best life. Then I moved to America and life hit me, right? People typically say that America is a leveler. Regardless of where you're coming from, America will level you. That is the truth. America leveled me. And, I went through my fair share of struggles. I went through my fair share of hard times. And it just taught me that, what? Life is full of the good times and the bad times. What you do, with the good times, what do you do with the bad times? What do you learn from the bad times? How do you appreciate, and who are you during the good times, So it taught me that life is full of seasons, and you just never know the season you're going to find yourself in. But if you find yourself in a season where you're struggling and things are hard, pay attention to the people that God is going to use to bless you. Pay attention to the lessons that season is teaching you. Work hard, persevere, chase your goals, and it will be better. I promise. I promise it will be better. Yeah, so I know what it is to have plenty, and I know what it is to have nothing. So it was a very enlightening moment in my life. At that time, I had accommodation issues, financial issues as well, and it's just learning through those seasons that, okay, life is what it is. How are you going to make yourself come out on top? What are you going to do with this situation? So I learned a lot from struggles and lack and things like that. Next thing is disappointments. There's nobody that cannot disappoint you. So far as that person is not God, the name of that person is not God, they can and most likely will disappoint you. People will disappoint you. Friends, family, co-workers, everybody. Anyone is capable of disappointing you. Brace yourself. Man is not God. Do not expect from man what you should be expecting from God. That's how you get yourself in trouble. That's how you get yourself in trouble. Because man is not God, and man will fail you. God cannot fail you, but man can and most likely will fail you. So I learned that on disappointment. So that way, when someone disappoints me, I just look at it from like, he's a human being, she's a human being, and just let that go, right? I can disappoint you as well, because why? I'm a human being. I'm not God. So, you know, disappointments, you learn that when you're getting older, like, okay, oof. And it's not like people, for the most part, it's not like people want to disappoint you. It's just life. It's just life. There's no other way to put it. Life happens, literally. And the next thing is phases. Life is full of phases, guys, as it should be, right? My life when I was 10 versus my life when I was 15 versus my life when I was 20 versus 25 versus now 30. You know, what was important to me 5 years ago might not necessarily be important to me now. What was important to me when I was 10 very likely is not important to me now anymore. You know, so life is full of phases and seasons, and learn from each phase. Don't try to rush a phase. I think we get into trouble sometimes when we really want to rush a phase. We don't want to immerse ourselves and learn from a present situation, but we're just trying to rush it and get to the next phase. No, learn from your phase and you know, appreciate each phase. You know, this shapes us to be who God wants us to be. So that's really important. Okay, so I think I have a bonus point here that I was going to mention. Destiny helpers. I always say this. Everybody needs a destiny helper in their life. Doesn't have to be a known person. Doesn't have to be a member of your family. Doesn't have to be your friend. But everyone needs a destiny helper. I've had situations where destiny helper I know what that is. I've been a beneficiary or benefactor of a destiny helper. Everyone needs one. Now, next point, family. Family is not only blood. Just because I know people say that blood is thicker than water. Okay, that's true, but family is who is available. Family is who accommodates you. Family is who loves you, who is there for you during the good times, during the bad times. That's family. Like, you know, like the, you know, story of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. Family is the person that attended to the person that needed help, right? So, you know, you can be saying, okay, you know, family, you know, somebody that is not my blood, you know, no new friends, No, family is who is there for you, who shows you that they love you, who supports you, encourages you. That's family. That's really who family is. Okay, wow, I have another bonus point here. Not too soon from the previous bonus point. Okay, bonus point. Church is important. Having a spiritual family is needed. Not just going to church on Sunday to warm the seats. Having a fellowship group. Church is important. I've always gone to church every Sunday of my life, like for the most part, like unless I'm sick or, you know, I can't go or I travel, blah, blah, blah. But I grew up going to church every Sunday. Now I can't even picture myself. I can't even picture my life if I don't go to church on Sunday. I think I was telling someone recently that there was a time I moved to school. I moved, you know, to downtown for law school, and I didn't have a car. And I tried to go to this church next to my school. That didn't work out. I think I went like once or twice, but that didn't work out because it was just more difficult for me because I didn't have a car and I had to take the train. And in the winter, it was just more difficult for me. So I was like, you know what, let me just chill at home. I'll watch TV online, guys. After a few weeks, I couldn't understand anything. I just felt weird not going to church. I felt like something was missing in my life, and something was missing in my life. So church is important. Having a spiritual family is needed. Okay, so next point, which is kind of tied to the one I just mentioned. Jesus is the Lord of my life. You know, growing up, I went to church, but even as an adult, I've gotten to know Jesus on a more personal level. Jesus has saved me, guys. Jesus has saved me from failure. He has saved me from lack. He has saved me from the mess of this world. Jesus literally has saved me. Jesus is the Lord of my life. And you know, I'm definitely more aware of it now than I was when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, you know, going to church, that's fine. But you know, when you get older and you know, life shakes you at some point in life. Yeah, I've had those moments. So, and Jesus has definitely been the Lord of my life. Always will be the Lord of my life in the name of Jesus. I think this is the 9th thing that I'm gonna mention now is on friends. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a season, and that's okay. That's like A-okay. Like, friends sometimes come and go, and that's perfectly fine. Friends grow apart. You know, people that you used to be friends with when you're 10 and you're no longer friends in your late 20s. That's cool. Priorities change, people change, visions sometimes change, people move. Life happens to people. So, you know, don't take it too personal. People grow apart, friends come and go. Some friends will stay in your life forever. Some friends will stay in your life for a few years and then you won't hear from them again or whatever it is. But it's all right. It's nothing personal. It's just something that you learn when you're getting older. Okay, so I've mentioned 9 things, I think. Now, the next point I'm going to make is never give up. I've learned never to give up. Giving up just means that you've failed. But the moment you pick yourself back up again and you try again, you still have hope. So I've learned not to give up. If I want something, I go for it. If I want to learn something, I go for it. When I was trying to be a lawyer, I failed many times in different ways. If it's not the bar, it's the MPR. If it's not the MPR, it's the LSAT. If it's not the LSAT, it's something. I felt like I was failing at some point in something, but I didn't give up. I kept going. Oh yeah, I kept going. So never give up. You know, be persistent. Talent is not enough. You need to work hard on top of the talent that you have, right? And it's okay to fail, right? What's not okay is you now packing your load there and sitting down there next to the failure like, okay, we'll sleep here. Nah, that's what's not okay. Next point is priorities. Everyone has priorities. Everyone has priorities. When I was younger, my priorities in fashion is different from now. When I was younger, maybe I cared more about trends. Now, when I was younger, you know, I think this one is so funny. As an adult, you know, when you're getting to be an adult and you have bills, when you have bills, adult bills, your priorities change. You know, instead of you to do something that, you know, will require a lot of money, you probably want to think about your bills, you know. And, you know, this priorities just change. Or even like lifestyle, going to bed early when I was younger was like a pain. I didn't want to go to bed early. I wanted to stay up all night. Yeah, now I want to go to bed early. Like, I don't want to stay up all night. So, you see the balance here. Priorities change. And that's fine. Next point I'm going to make is not everyone is going to like you, and that's fine. Everybody cannot like you. Even your own family members, some of them are not like you. Like, everybody doesn't have to like you, and that's okay. Not everyone will like you, and that's fine. Even Jesus Christ himself, not everybody liked him. So what's my own? You won't remember. As perfect as Jesus was, we have people in this world that are still saying the guy is not legit or something. So what's my own? Not everyone is going to like you, and that's fine. But it's key that you stay true to yourself. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to your core, right? But you can't help it. Not everybody will like you, and that's fine. Last 2 points I'm going to make is, number 1, go for it, right? If you want something, you want to do something, go for it. Stop thinking about it too much. Think about it, plan, strategize, you know, have a solid plan, go for it. And there's enough room for everyone. When I say go for it, I'm saying it because there's enough room for everyone. Sometimes we think that people are already doing too many something, so we don't want to do the same thing. If that's the case, you will not do anything in life. No, sincerely, if that's the case, you won't do anything in life. Go for it regardless. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I always make a joke, but I'm actually serious. When I wanted to start YouTube, I was like, oh my god. At some point, I get a thought in my head like, everybody's already doing YouTube. The whole world is on YouTube. There's something I'm saying that somebody has not said before. But I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna go do it because you know why? My analysis was interesting. At Stop and Shop, when you go to Stop and Shop, when you go to the bread aisle in Stop and Shop, you will see loads of different kinds of bread, different brands of bread. People are making bread. People are still making new bread. You're like, the world already has enough bread. Why are you making bread again? That's fine. Everyone has a customer. Everyone has somebody for them. So when I was going to start a YouTube channel, the internet is saturated. The whole internet is saturated, not just YouTube. So am I not now going to do anything on the internet because the internet is saturated? Everyone is on YouTube. So am I not now going to start my YouTube because everyone's on YouTube? So I'm like, you know what? Regardless, there's someone for me, right? There are people that are going to like my channel. Not everyone's going to like my channel, but there's people that are going to like my channel. They're going to like my content. I'm doing this because this is what I want to do. This is what, I feel led to do. And I went for it, right? Yeah, there's a lot of people on the internet. There's a lot of people doing YouTube, but you can't run your life like that because if not, you're not going to do anything. So go for it because there's enough room for everyone, I promise. Now, the very last point I'm going to make of some of the things that I've learned in my 30 years of living is decluttering is a good habit. I'm a queen of decluttering. I declutter my house every now and then. I just throw things out, just declutter. I declutter my space. I declutter my mind. I rid myself of people that are not good for me. I declutter. So literally, declutter your room and your life. Literally, I declutter my closet, my space, my life. Literally, whatever is not good, whatever junk, I make sure to declutter and clean myself off of it. So I can be refreshed, so I can be, brand new. I can be more effective. I can be more energetic. I can hear from God clearer, So just decluttering is, it's good to declutter. You don't have to hold everything to heart all the time. Sometimes it's good to let go, so that, great things can come. Let go of junk, That's very important. But anyway, those are some of the things that I've learned in my 30 years of living. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumbs up this video. Please comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.